Sports Center.
Well, the Spurs are back in action after a few days off as they're looking to snap their now 14-game losing streak as they're in Minnesota to take on the Timberwolves. Tip-off is set for 6:30. The Texas A&M Aggies have a new offensive coordinator as Mike Elko's putting together his staff. He has tapped Kansas State offensive coordinator Colin Klein to lead the Aggie offense. They average over 445 yards a game and were 10th nationally in points per game.
The extra innings with pleasure.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Rock and roll! The Texans win it!
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
That goal is history. A walk-off home run.
And it's going to be legendary.
James Pledger wraps your day with insight, opinion, plenty of sarcasm, and of course, your calls. He'll even pour a beer out the door for his favorite story of the day. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. Now, here's Pledge. What's up, Danger?
Can't stop me now. Welcome into Extra Innings with Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. I am James Pledger. Thanks for rolling around with me this evening as we get you where you need to go, or maybe you're already at home watching on TV because you're streaming it on YouTube Live or Twitch or Facebook. Appreciate that. You can comment along and keep a part of the show, much like Brad Robert Casares Jr. did. He wants people to hit the like button for me. Appreciate you guys. Of course, like, subscribe, comment along, whatever you need to do, or you can just call into the show at 210-656-ESPN, 210-656-3776. Lots to get into today with CJ Stroud being second in voting for the Pro Bowl when it comes to quarterbacks. The Texans catching a big break with the injury to Trevor Lawrence as they are trying to, keep up in the playoff positioning, but also B, keep pace in the division. And an injury to Trevor Lawrence really keeps them in the hunt for the division in the AFC South, which would give them a top 4 seed, just like the Cowboys have right now. They are in position to stay in the division race and get one of those top 4 seeds as they go into Philly, or Philly comes to Dallas this Sunday, and it's going to be massive. And it's good. It got a little bit tougher because we don't know the status of Mike McCarthy as he underwent an emergency acute appendectomy to have his appendix removed, basically, as it was in a bad spot. And so, by doing so, he's undergoing a pretty serious procedure. He's already out of it. And now we wait to see when he's released, how quickly he recovers, and if that affects him from being on the sideline on Sunday when the Cowboys take on the Eagles, with the possibility for the Cowboys to tie the Eagles for the top of the NFC East. And this offense has been humming as of lately. So Mike McCarthy being the play caller, that is a massive, massive deal. Earlier today, Dan Quinn filling in for Mike McCarthy at his daily press conference earlier today was asked about Mike McCarthy's possible availability for the game with this emergency procedure that he has just undergone. And Dan Quinn, gotta love him. His response was absolutely just spot on perfect, saying, quote, "Do you think that tough Irishman's going to miss this game?" End quote. He thinks he's going to be there on Sunday. And from what it sounds like, a lot of the team thinks he's going to be there on Sunday. As a matter of fact, earlier today on the Blitz, you heard Jane Slater talking about a comment that DeMarcus Lawrence made, in which if they were thrown off by Mike McCarthy not being there, And his response was, everything's okay. His absence wasn't huge. Shout out to COVID. It helped us learn how to adjust quickly. And that's something that McCarthy and them did well during the COVID years, is figuring out how to get around things in a different way from what they're accustomed to doing. And it looks like the players remember that and are running with that. So that is a great move by them. And if later, or even Bob Blue earlier on the show, all of the interviews, the show itself, it is in the AA Best Bail Bonds audio vault. Go to sasportstar.com, click the audio vault, and you can catch up with all of our shows. So, but yeah, this is huge because Mike McCarthy, and I'm not even sure it's just being there. Him being him is what I'm most worried about, because being on the sidelines, cool. Being able to call the game, great. Being able to do the things that he does as a coach, getting up and down the sidelines, getting to where he needs to be able to see what he wants to. These are different things that I do believe could be affected by maybe a lack of mobility because of the surgery, whatever it may be. But Mike McCarthy has, you got to give the man his flowers. And I was a big advocate for Kellen Moore being fired despite having one of the best offenses in the NFL the past couple of years. And then things started very slowly for Mike McCarthy and this offense, and it looked bad, and it looked out of sync, and it was ugly. Ever since, and it was week 6 when they took on the San Francisco 49ers, and then they also had a bye week in there. Ever since, he said it was gonna take about 6 weeks for this offense to really start to look like it was supposed to look, and we kinda saw a brief glimpse of it against the Los Angeles Chargers on Monday Night Football against Kellen Moore. But since that game, this offense has been red hot. Dak Prescott has been red hot. Dak Prescott is an MVP candidate and one of the top MVP candidates in the NFL because of how well he is playing. CeeDee Lamb has been unstoppable. They have found Brandon Cooks, and even the run game, while it's not what he said it was going to be, it has gotten better than it was early in the season. And I'm going to give Mike McCarthy his flowers because he got this offense rolling. And I have my questions. I have my reservations about how this was happening. But ever since then, with San Francisco, it has been great. And that includes against the Eagles. And they're going to get the Eagles again this week. And if he is still in his bag dealing, then the Cowboys have a great chance to win this game. As a matter of fact, early on, going into this week, I expect the Cowboys to win this game. If we're doing what we do in college football with the quote unquote eye test, and I'm talking about common opponent, I'm talking about everything you want to incorporate when it comes to the eye test. The Cowboys have been better than the Eagles since the bye, since Kellen Moore, since the loss to San Francisco. There's not a question in my mind. The Cowboys have looked better, crisper, more dominant than have the Philadelphia Eagles, who have just found ways to survive and win. And there's something about that as well. But the Cowboys found a way to survive and win this past week on Thursday against the Seattle Seahawks. So they found a very similar way to win too. I look going into this game, and with the Eagles just getting it handed to them the way that they did, and with the way that CeeDee Lamb has been balling out along with Dak Prescott, and the way that the Eagles defense has just struggled so mightily this season, Cowboys are my early favorites. At home in a place that they play very well, I expect the Cowboys to go in and win this game. Now, The caveat is Mike McCarthy being on the sidelines and being in his bag like he's been in his bag and not being hindered by what he's dealing with this acute appendicitis and the appendectomy that he just underwent. Everybody recovers differently. Apparently no complications, so that's a good news, but everybody recovers differently, everybody heals differently, everybody deals with trauma differently. How does Mike McCarthy respond, and will he be on the sidelines on Sunday? Question, because the way this offense has been playing, they need Mike McCarthy. I didn't think I'd say that, but they need Mike McCarthy. He has been in his bag, boy. Man, he has really, really had it going, and he's got Dak Prescott in that MVP conversation. A couple other things I want to get into today include Houston Texans cornerback Derek Stingley being named the AFC's Defensive Player of the Week after his 2-interception game. Congratulations to Derek Sting. Did a great job. The Texans fighting for a playoff spot. We'll get into that more of the college football playoff because I know everybody's still having their feelings about that. But most importantly, I want to get into, as we talk about MVP candidates, something I heard this morning on R&R with Rudy J. And I've heard a lot from a bunch of places, including Cowboys defensive end, linebacker, pass rusher, Micah Parsons. I'm tired of the Brock Purdy disrespect. I'll explain what I mean next, right here on Extra Innings with Pleasure. Plus, I've got tickets to give away to go see Zoso, which is the ultimate Led Zeppelin experience. They are May 2nd of 2024 in the Aztec Theater. And guess what? All you guys that are in here early today, I'm giving y'all a shot to win the ultimate Led Zeppelin experience out at the Aztec Theater on May 2nd. If you want to go, be caller number 8 right now at 656 ESPN 210-656-3776. If you want to go see Zoso, the ultimate Led Zeppelin experience, May 2nd at the Aztec Theater. Brock Purdy, stop disrespecting this man. We'll talk about it next here on Extra Innings with Pleasure on 941 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's R&R in the morning.
Thursday on R&R in the morning, it is silver and black at 7. We're talking Spurs in Minnesota and look ahead to their game versus the Chicago Bulls on Friday night. And we're live from Boston. It's Army-Navy weekend.
You ready for a full Cowboy weekend? Are they going to take the Eagles down? We are going to have a great time in Boston. Get here early. The party starts at 6.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Imagine it's the final game of the season, but your symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, are making a comeback. What should you do? Keep managing your constipation with belly pain the same old way? Or try getting ahead of your symptoms by talking to your doctor about Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Over the past decade, the Roof Hub has proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. Football, basketball, all the UFC fights. And when you show up at the Roof Hub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Celebrating 10 years in business, the Roof Hub is next to the Angry Elephant there at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Now is the best time to buy a Connecticut water softener. With current models being closed out to make way for the new ones, you can save big. Call Connecticut at 656-PURE and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you. That's 656-PURE.
It's Macy's one-day sale tomorrow with great deals of the day on gifts we love, like 60 to 65% off warm and stylish coats for everyone, 35 to 70% off fine jewelry she'll adore, and 75% off holiday decor for a cozy, welcoming home. Best of all, everyone gets $10 Macy's money for every $50 spent. Learn more at Macys.com/Macy's money. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
This year, Staples wants everyone to have a happy holiday deal. That's right, deals are amazing savings on hot holiday tech. Great prices on laptops, game systems, earbuds, and more. And now at Staples, you can save up to $350 on select PCs. During Staples holiday deals, it's not about the fa-la-la. It's about saving moo-la-la. Save up to $350 on select PCs today at Staples. Ends 12/23. In-store only. See associate for details.
Seize the season at Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf for holiday specials this year. Featuring the Callaway Paradigm Woods, forged carbon for unparalleled distance and forgiveness. Now up to $100 off. And from Bushnell, the new Tour V6 Series laser rangefinders provide you the most accurate distances in golf. There's always gift cards in any amount for the special golfer you're shopping for. Edwin Watts Golf Shops is home with a 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Shop us in store or online at worldwidegolf.com.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
Oh, this cold.
Honey?
Honey?
Honey, you need DayQuil Severe Honey.
DayQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste because life doesn't stop for a cold.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
Now I'm getting a cold.
Honey.
Try DayQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu relief. DayQuil Severe with honey flavor. The daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, honeylicious, power through your day medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I can't wait for what's next. Even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, apixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
It is time to play Pass the Pigskin for a chance to win $5,000 cash and tailgate prize packs. Celebrate with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds by entering the Pork Rind Appreciation Day giveaway at porkrindappreciationday.com. That's porkrindappreciationday.com. And don't forget to pick up your favorite bold-flavored, protein-packed Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds today at H-E-B.
When traveling to see the Longhorns in Austin, make sure you bring along the guys from 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Listen anywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Welcome into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com if you want to be a part of the conversation, 210-656-ESPN. That is 210-656-3776. Be sure to like, subscribe on our YouTube page if you're there. Search SA Sports Star if you're not, where you can follow along. I've had it, and I had it because I keep hearing it from so many places, and I think the final straw was this morning on R&R in the morning when I heard Rudy J discrediting Brock Purdy, and I'm tired of the discrediting of a quarterback who is obviously playing at an elite level. Oh, well, he's got weapons. Yeah, all great quarterbacks have weapons. They all do. Does Dak Prescott have great weapons? Yes, he does. Did Tom Brady have great weapons in his career? Peyton Manning. Go down the list. Great quarterbacks have great weapons. That leads to success. Can great quarterbacks overcome lack of weapons? Yes. Do they struggle without them? Also, yes. Last night on the Edge podcast, which is Micah Parsons' podcast, he was talking about Tua Tagovailoa and Brock Purdy, and in doing so, and it's really hard hearing this come from Micah because he knows exactly how hard it is, and he's one of the first ones to rail on people when they don't give Dak his flowers, despite it not looking pretty all the time, and basically said, you give him either Tyreek or Debo, he could do what they're doing.
Purdy is playing great football for a second-year QB regardless. I think, but the thing about it, I think his playmakers are just making better plays. If you see Debo's runs, those are quick passes. Yes, he's getting to them. But honestly, sometimes, truth about it or not, and I am talking crazy right now. I am talking crazy right now. And I'm talking very crazy. I truly believe I could be Tyreek Hill's quarterback. Yeah. I could throw it up to Tyreek Hill. I could throw a screen pass to Debo. And this might be the crazy Madden side of me, but these players are just that good. Christian McCaffrey's just that good. If I get the ball out to Christian McCaffrey in space, he's going to make someone miss. He's going to make a play happen for me. Same thing with Debo. Ayuk, Kittle, they're great playmakers. If you watch that game, they were able to make people's miss and obviously make big plays off of it. Small pass, precise passes, kept in front of them. You look at the pass chart, right? Those aren't hard passes. They're good passes. But those players are really freaking good at what they do. They're some of the best. Each player is top 5 at their position. But they're just super good. And that's just what they do.
Yeah. The players that they're playing with are super good. Patrick Mahomes got to play with Tyreek Hill too. We don't denigrate what he did because he had Tyreek Hill at the time. We still called him probably the next best quarterback before he lost Tyreek Hill. Then when he lost him, it was like, let's see what happens. He continued to win. But yes, great quarterbacks have great weapons. And he makes it seem like all Brock Purdy does is turn around and throw a 3-yard dink pass to Debo Samuel or Christian McCaffrey, and they do all the work for him. News check. I don't know if you've watched the games, Micah. Apparently you haven't been, but Brock Purdy is first in the NFL since coming into the league in yards per completion and yards per attempt, and he is second in the NFL this year in completion percentage at over 70%. Those aren't dink and dunk passes. Those are really hard numbers to attain, actually, to throw for that kind of yardage on that high a completion percentage. Does he have great receivers that get open? Absolutely. But if it was so easy, how come Kyle Shanahan can't replicate this with Trey Lance? Instead, Trey Lance is stealing money from Jerry Jones now because he can't get on the field there either. How come he couldn't do it with CJ Beathard? How come he couldn't do it with any other quarterback not named Jimmy Garoppolo or Kirk Cousins when he was in Washington? Why are those the only guys that succeed? Because mentally they process, they know where to go with the ball, and they hit them in a way where they can catch and run with the football. It's called accuracy. If they have to make an adjustment, it doesn't allow them to run with the football the same way. That is called accuracy. And Brock Purdy has it. and he has timing and rhythm within the system of the offense. Yes, system of the offense. All offenses are systems, and all quarterbacks play within a system of some sort. Tom Brady played within a system his entire career. They bring in a new offensive coordinator. That offensive coordinator would have to learn Tom Brady's scheme that he was comfortable in. Same goes for Peyton Manning. Gary Kubiak, when he was the head coach of the Broncos, had to adapt his offense to fit Peyton Manning and what he knew and what he liked. Yes, all quarterbacks are system quarterbacks. Stop denigrating Brock Purdy because he was Mr. irrelevant. And I'm going to say the 49ers would have smoked the Eagles in the NFC title game last year had Brock Purdy not got hurt. He is playing that well, and he means that much to that team because he is a quarterback and an MVP level quarterback doing it at an MVP level with, yes, great, fantastic weapons surrounding him and Ayuk and Kittle and McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel. But guess what? So does Dak Prescott. He has Jake Ferguson and Brandon Cooks, who they went out and acquired to make sure he had more weapons, and CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup and Tony Pollard, and before that, Zeke. Look, all quarterbacks are surrounded by great weapons. That's what makes great quarterbacks great. It's their ability to overcome things when they don't have them sometimes. And it matters. Having weapons matters to a quarterback. Having a left tackle matters. Remember, Brock Purdy lost 3 games in the millionaire. Everybody's writing him off. Oh, he can't do it without Deebo Samuel. No, he couldn't do it without Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, who had an oblique injury, and his starting left tackle, who is probably, if not the best, one of the best in the game, in Trent Williams. It changed the offense. Things matter. Perception matters. Dak Prescott didn't look great at the beginning of the year with a mismatched offensive line because of injury. His offensive line got healthy. Guess what? He's an MVP candidate now. Patrick Mahomes looked superhuman without an offensive line in the Super Bowl because of the throws he made regardless of the pressure. But he was not good in that game because of the pressure, because his offensive line was banged up. All quarterbacks go through this. I can pick one from any quarterback. No quarterback has ever had a spotless and great career without weapons and things that surround them that help to make them great as a team. A quarterback is part of a team, and the whole team needs to be great for the quarterback to succeed. Joe Montana had Jerry Rice. And the fact that Rudy J also believes that, stick anybody in that backfield. And look, the San Francisco 49ers punted on a guy that they traded 3 first-round picks and a third for because they saw the writing on the wall with Brock Purdy being that much greater. Most organizations don't have the cojones to be able to say, look, that sucked. We gave up a whole lot. We have to make this work. No, the 49ers are like, no, we found a guy in the 7th round. This is him. We're rolling with him. The team believes in him, and so do we. And they decided, let's roll. Give Brock Purdy his flowers. Give all quarterbacks that perform well their flowers. Give Dak Prescott his flowers. Quarterbacks play well. CJ Stroud's playing well, not for a rookie, as a quarterback. CJ Stroud is playing well. And for all the people like Goldfinger123 who says at the end of the day, 0 Super Bowls, if Super Bowl's your only barometer for judging a quarterback, you're never going to have a good quarterback as a franchise organization. It's hard. Winning a Super Bowl is hard. Remember, there was a stretch for about 25 years from like 2000 or 99 to whatever it was just recently. there were like 5 quarterbacks that had played in a Super Bowl. It was won a Super Bowl. It was Eli Manning. It was a Manning. It was one of the Mannings, Roethlisberger, Brady, Rodgers, and Patrick Mahomes. That was the list. If you weren't one of those 6 quarterbacks, you haven't won a Super Bowl in 25 years. It's hard. It's gotten easier because there's more parity now. There's not the one guy sitting in your way anymore. But, man, if Brock Purdy keeps playing like this, there is going to be... And Patrick's on the other side, which is going to make it very tough to get to Super Bowls from here on out, because we've already seen Patrick Mahomes is willing to do what it takes to keep his team together in terms of the amount of money he makes. He learned at the tree of Tom Brady, Super Bowls over money. But for the first time, we've got a chance for everyone. Clean slate, open door. NFC's wide open, AFC's wide open, it feels like, and anybody could make it to a Super Bowl this year, and it's going to be really, really fun. One of those anybody's is indeed the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans. We'll take your phone calls next right here on Extra Innings with Pleasure on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's Sunday Night Football. The Cowboys and Eagles. Nothing better on a Sunday night beginning at 6.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught at the 45, 40, Pollard, 20. Good night, nurse.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hi, I'm John Ewald with Ewald Kubota. If you have big dreams or big projects, we hope you'll consider Ewald Kubota. From small Kubota compact tractors to construction equipment, Kubota is a name you can trust. Or if you aren't committed to buying just yet, we have a full line of equipment you can rent by the day, week, or month. We can even deliver it to your work site. Ewald Kubota is committed to providing excellent customer service and satisfaction. So come by one of our 11 locations. We look forward to serving you. Or visit us on the web at ewaldkubota.com.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
Hey, this is Travis Kelce, NFL tight end and proud member of the Lowe's home team. Lowe's knows when you've got the best price, you've already won. That's why we offer the lowest price guarantee. If you find a better price online or in store, we'll match it. Now you can score on the top brands from the Lowe's home team picks, like Scotts, LG, and DeWalt. So take on your projects with confidence. Lowe's is the exclusive home improvement retail partner of the NFL.
Price match applies to same item, current price of qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at Lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hey, it's Amanda, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nugget trays is that they're so easy for the holidays. They're warm and flavorful. It's always the crowd pleaser. When I put down a nugget tray, everyone is happy.
Hey, this is Brian, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nugget trays is the joy that it brings to me and everybody around me during the holidays. They're warm, juicy, and delicious.
Cater the holidays with Chick-fil-A today. Available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
It's the Awesome Tickets Pro Football Pick'em Challenge on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your shot at $50,000 nationally, while weekly winners locally get a $50 gift card to 5 Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks. At the end of the season, locally, the best overall record wins the San Antonio Grand Prize of $1,000 worth of tickets to any event from Awesome Tickets. Sign up today at sasportstar.com. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star welcomes the future.
And so when someone says bulk up.
Why? What for? You should tell all this to skinny up.
Welcome back to Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 941 FM, sasportstar.com. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to be a part of the conversation, 210-656-ESPN, 210-656-3776 is the number you got to dial, or you can just comment along on our YouTube channel, much like Goldfinger123 has. Says, ask me the question. Are the Spurs going to win again this month and pull one out before the end of the year? That is a really good question. I would love to hope so, just because this is wearing on me personally. And I'm not even a Spurs fan. I cover the Spurs. I like the Spurs. I appreciate the Spurs. But you diehards, to go through what you went through last year, and I knew what they were doing, so I was cool with it. I saw the plan. It was right. It was in writing in black and white. It was easy to see. And so I was like, cool. All right, I can get this. They somehow look worse this year, and that's the most infuriating thing, because they have this guy in Victor Wembanyama, and everybody's talking about, well, is he a bust? I was like, I don't know. Have you been paying attention to the games at all? Because I look at his stats, and you compare them to LeBron and Kevin Durant through their first 18 games of their career. And Wemby's averaging 19.3 points a game, 9.7 rebounds per game, in just 30 minutes a game. Now they're 3-15, which is the thing that's the most difficult to deal with. Kevin Durant, in 34 minutes a game, also 3-15 to start his first 18 games, 19.6 points and 4.3 rebounds a game. And then LeBron James, in 40 minutes a game, he was 4 and 14, by the way, through his first 18. Only 17.6 and 6.9 rebounds a game. Wemby's going to get better. And he's already performing as good as they are. in fewer minutes a game than they played. And in the case of LeBron, much fewer. 10 minutes fewer a game. Raul says Spurs winning Friday. I'm calling it. Okay. Friday's the Lakers. Right? Is that Friday the 15th? Is that the one you're talking about? Or Friday the 8th against the Bulls? Which one are you talking about, Raul? This Friday? The 8th? Bulls? Yeah, I can see that. Spurs wins in December? I don't know. Do you feel comfortable if I set the over under at 1.5? We're setting the over under at 1.5 wins in the month of December. How comfortable would you feel on betting things? Here's the Spurs' upcoming schedule. You got the Timberwolves tonight. You got the Bulls Friday. Then going into Monday, you take on the Rockets, Lakers, Pelicans, Bucks, Bulls again on the 21st, Mavericks. And then you close out the month of December with, 4 games over a 5-6 day stretch. You got the Jazz on the 26th, the Trailblazers on the 28th, the Trailblazers on the 29th. There's a possible couple of wins. And the Celtics on New Year's Eve. So, yeah, I think there's a couple of games in that stretch that the Spurs could win, if we're being honest. I think they've got a chance against the Bulls. The Jazz they could play with. And then you've got the Trailblazers a couple of times. So there's a handful of games in there where you think, yeah, they should at least be able to get one win. Hopefully a couple. Maybe win all of them. I think part of it is this team just needs to know how to win. Right? This team needs to learn how to win. That's my biggest concern with this team is we'll see them play well. We'll see them play close with the team, and then the wheels fall off for about a 10-minute stretch, and the game is over. So can they sustain that? Can they avoid the lull that kills them? Because a lot of teams get into a lull, a lead disappears, and they can recapture it, right? The Spurs don't know how to recapture that momentum after the momentum goes away. And I think there's a good chance that the Spurs, that's kind of what Pop's probably working on. And when he says they're close and I can see things, like within the game, I can see what he's talking about in the positives that he sees. But man, it's just frustrating to watch them just lose lead and it's the quickness in which some of these leads go away to where they're, and part of that, I think maybe on Pop, like call a timeout, like get things in order. But part of it's probably psyche. And once things start to go wrong, it spirals. And sometimes mentally it's hard to break out of the rut when things have spiraled. Every time things start to go wrong, they always do, and in a catastrophic way. And maybe part of it is a mental block of, wow, things have started to go wrong. The bottom is about to fall out of this thing. And maybe it's fighting through that. And that's part of having a young team, I think. Got a couple of questions in here in the YouTube chat that we will get to as we start to come back. And one of them from Abel Gonzalez asking, do I ever do fantasy football? Sit, starts, whatever, needs help with my lineup. You know what? I do. And if you want to call in and talk about it, I will gladly talk with you about it at 210-656-ESPN, 210-656-3776. You or anybody else that has fantasy questions, or you can just drop them into the YouTube chat and I will get to them for you. We'll do that and talk about the Texans and their potential of winning the AFC South as things just got a little bit more interesting when we talk about a high ankle sprain and Trevor Lawrence. That's all coming up next right here on Extra Innings with Pleasure on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Awesome Tickets Pro Football Pick'em Challenge on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your shot at $50,000 nationally, while weekly winners locally get a $50 gift card to Five Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks. At the end of the season, locally, the best overall record wins the San Antonio Grand Prize of $1,000 worth of tickets to any event from Awesome Tickets. Sign up today at sasportstar.com.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Lab-grown diamonds ecologically friendly? They were developed in laboratories, but most of the millions of lab-grown diamonds in jewelry stores were manufactured in huge factories in China and India. Tens of thousands of massive furnaces are heated to about 20% of the temperature of the surface of the sun, put under immense pressure, and held there for 2 to 3 weeks to produce the lab-grown diamond. These furnaces use a tremendous amount of subsidized electricity produced in China and India by mostly coal-powered plants. The subsidized coal-powered electricity is used to produce inexpensive, easily identifiable lab-grown diamonds, whose wholesale price has crashed to almost nothing. Some jewelers still try to sell them for thousands of dollars, while others give them away for free with a purchase. America's Diamond only offers traditional, real, natural, earth-grown diamonds that are rare, extremely beautiful, and have had real value for centuries. See our television program tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or right now at americasdiamond.com.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
It's Macy's one-day sale tomorrow with great deals of the day on gifts we love, like 60 to 65% off warm and stylish coats for everyone, 35 to 70% off fine jewelry she'll adore, and 75% off holiday decor for a cozy, welcoming home. Best of all, everyone gets $10 Macy's money for every $50 spent. Learn more at Macys.com/Macy's money. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Oh, I love this restaurant. Glad we got a table quickly.
What does that sign say?
Caution, wet floor?
No, right next to it.
If you are 60 or older, you may be at increased risk of serious consequences from RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, compared to adults younger than 60. I didn't know that.
Not all dangers come with warning labels. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about getting vaccinated against RSV today. RSV vaccines, including Pfizer's, are available. Learn more at bewareofrsv.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
The holiday season is right around the corner, so give the gift that's hard to wrap but easy to give. Give them a Stihl. With powerful trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws to place under the tree, the Stihl Holiday Gift Guide has something for everyone. Save $30 on the GTA 26 battery-powered garden pruner. Visit your local Stihl dealer or go to stihlusa.com/gift guide. Real Stihl. Find yours. Now $149.99 was $179.99 MSRP. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Magical Moments, brought to you by Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser makes it look like I have magical powers. It helps me clean just about everything inside my house, like dirty walls, messy kitchens, grimy bathrooms, and it even helps me keep my patio furniture looking like new. I can count on Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to power through tough messes, making it look like I spent hours cleaning, even though I didn't. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser makes cleaning look easy.
Denise has been playing jazz for 40 years. Last concert, one of the musicians fell sick with RSV. Respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, is a highly contagious virus that can lead to breathing problems. This time, she's choosing to help protect herself with Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo. Abrysvo is a vaccine for the prevention of lower respiratory tract disease caused by respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, in adults 60 years of age and older. Abrysvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weakened immune system may have a decreased response to Abrysvo. The most common side effects are tiredness, headache, pain at the injection site, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo, respiratory syncytial virus vaccine. For full prescribing information, please call 1-844-989-7284 or visit abrysvo.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Smoker's Paradise, your premium smoke shop. Fully stocked to shop everything you need for your smoking needs under one roof. Vaporizers, disposable e-cigarettes, hookah accessories, water pipe cigars, and more. With 16 area locations, including the newest at 8214 FM 78. Visit smokersparadise.com. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Listen to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on your Amazon or Google smart speaker and just say, Alexa, play 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pledger right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm James Pledger. You can follow me on X at I am Pledger. Also on Instagram. Same handle. Follow the station at SA Sports. The Purdy thing got me fired up earlier because, I heard Rudy this morning. I felt compelled to respond. So I put a nice little video together for our digital stuff at the station. You can see it at SA Sports Star or at I am Pledger. It's a lot of fun. Can't wait to debate Rudy with it when I sit in for Rob on Monday. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's always a blast doing shows with Rudy J. And of course, Tony called in during the break, said what's up. Did not know that this was Tony, but appreciate you, Tony. The Houston Texans have a rare opportunity late in the season to take advantage of something that you don't wish injury on anyone. But when it happens, you can be excited about the possibility of what can happen after the fact, right? The Houston Texans were in second, and it felt like the AFC South was out of reach after they lost to Jacksonville because they had a chance to sweep the Jaguars, tie them for the top of the division, and then, have a chance with their schedule to kind of go on a run and overtake that division. The thorn in the side has been the Colts, who are playing extremely well, despite, losing their quarterback in week 2 of the season to the Texans, basically. The Colts are 7-5, same as the Texans. They've won 4 straight. The Jaguars, they dropped a big one on Monday night to an undermanned Bengals team and fell back to 8-4 within a game of the Texans and Colts. And now Trevor Lawrence has a high ankle sprain. And while they're saying he could play this week, if he does, he's not going to be 100%. How does that affect that offense, especially losing Christian Kirk at the same time, who is a dynamic playmaker for them? I'd argue he's probably more important than even Calvin Ridley was to that offense with what he did. That opens the door when you're only a game back in these slate of games that the Texans have, especially this upcoming one against Zach Wilson and the New York Jets. And with what's going on in New York right now, I think there is a great possibility for the Texans to now go up and possibly seize this division. I thank everybody for joining me today. I appreciate all the comments on Facebook, YouTube, everything about the sweater. I love this sweater. Just got it while I was on my trip in Houston, and I felt compelled to wear it today. So appreciate you all. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
It's R&R in the morning.
Thursday on R&R in the morning, it is silver and black at 7. We're talking Spurs in Minnesota and look ahead to their game versus the Chicago Bulls on Friday night. And we're live from Boston. It's Army-Navy weekend.
You ready for a full Cowboy weekend?